This is the plaintiff, Lucretia Spurgeon. She says her car was parked on the street outside her house, and the defendant broke her windshield. He was playing ball in the street, admitted he did it to her, and now he and his mother must be forced to pay because she hasn't been able to get them to pay up a penny of the $1,000 she's owed. These are the defendants, Charisse and Wayne Teak Wilson. Wayne Teak says he was indeed playing ball in the street, but the ball never ever hit the plaintiff's windshield. He has no idea how the windshield broke. They aren't about to hand out their hard-earned cash for something they didn't do, and in turn, owe nothing. They're accused of not scoring with a neighbor.
All right, all parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff says the defendant's kid broke her windshield on the car when the kid was playing ball. But the defendants say the ball didn't hit the car. It's the case of you are the wind beneath my windshield.
Thank you, Douglas. Lucretia Spurgeon?
Yes.
You are suing Charisse Wilson and Wayne Teak Wilson? Mm-hmm. How old is Wayne Teak?
14. I'm
14. It's a big 14-year-old. For $1,000 that you say you are damaged as a result of his negligence throwing a football.
Yes.
Okay, what happened?
On a Saturday, they were out playing ball. My car was parked on the street, and they were playing with the ball.
Who's they?
The young man here and his friends.
Okay.
They were playing ball, which was fine. And the ball hit the car several times, and it bounced.
Did you see it?
Yes, I did.
Did you go out there?
Yeah, we were on the porch, and I asked them to stop playing with the ball. And then
where had it hit your car?
It bounced on the hood of the car, and then it bounced to the front of my windshield.
Oh, you better believe they're not going to keep playing football if I see that. What, like, how did they? And then they kept playing?
Yeah, they were still playing. Yes.
What did they do? Ignore you? Did they?
Yes, they did ignore me. Yes.
Did they say anything to you? Like,
no.
Okay, we'll be careful. Anything?
Nothing. Nope. Mm-mm.
Do you know them?
We're just neighbors.
We're just neighbors?
Yes.
I mean, did you see him grow up? Do you know his mother? When he didn't stop playing, did you go see his mother?
No.
Okay, so what happens?
I actually moved my car, and then when I moved my car the next morning, when I was washing my car, I noticed that the windshield was cracked. So I went across. I spoke to him that same day, and I asked him. I said, "You realize that your ball cracked my windshield?"
And what did he say?
He said he just apologized. He didn't say yes, he realized it, or no, he did not.
What happened? Wayne Teak.
Oh,
I'm talking to you. She's not gonna be able to tell me. She wasn't out there playing ball with you. Were you playing ball with your mother?
Nope.
Okay, talk to me. You guys were out there. You were throwing the football.
Mm-hmm.
Do you play football? I can't hear you.
Yes.
Okay, and did the ball hit her car?
It hit the trunk of the car.
Did it ever hit the windshield?
Mm-mm.
Did you tell her that yes, it hit the windshield and you're sorry?
I just said I was sorry. I didn't say it hit the windshield.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
When did you hear anything?
She came to my home Sunday afternoon, and she said your son was outside playing football, and the ball hit my car. It hit my glass, and I was kind of shocked because he knows better. So when she came and spoke to me, I said, well, she said, I spoke to him, and he said he did it. And I said, whoa. I said, well, when I go pick him up and speak to him, I'll come speak to you and tell you what happened.
Right.
So I said, Wayne Teak, what happened with this football?
And when you say he knows what can happen, that's why? Because it happened before?
Yes, because at 9, they was playing football in the street, and he threw the ball and tapped my glass.
Oh.
So he already knew that was a no-no.
Okay, so as soon as you confront him...
Yeah, he says...
That had to be scary. When your last victim confronts you about it. All right. And
so he said, the ball never hit the front of the car. It just hit the trunk of the car. But the fact that it was the other 2 kids that was there, it kind of got a little messy because I started to be in the middle of the mess, and I didn't want to be in the middle of it because once I explained to the one parent that I was dealing with, it got a little bit disrespectful, and I wasn't going to tolerate it, so I said, you know what? I'm only going to take care of Wayne Teak, and this is what I feel needs to happen.
I'm reading from your son's statement that he signed today, and here's what the statement says. I knew I wasn't crazy. The plaintiff did speak to me after that. Her mother was the one that came to me. She asked if I cracked the plaintiff's windshield, and since I didn't know which one of my friends could have done it, I just said that I did it. But it wasn't true. Did you say then that you did crack the windshield?
Yeah, just like...
Just to get her out of your hair?
No, well, not to get...
What happened with these other two kids? When you talk to the other parents and then you talk to her, what is it you tell her?
I tell them what she said to me. I said, she came over, she said the boys was out there playing football. She said she spoke to my son, he was very respectful. But then what happened was, she said she got in the car and then she drove the car from off the block where it was into her lot. I told them what she said, and they said, well, why she didn't see the glass broke then? And that's when everything started. The other parents was not trying to hear anything she had to say.
Okay, where did you park the car when you moved it?
Right in front of my car is parked right in front of my house, but across the street. So all I had to do was put it in drive, make a left into my driveway.
So what is the answer to that question of why you did not see it cracked?
It was 8 o'clock at night when I moved my car.
Okay, let me see a picture of the crack.
Sure.
Now, in fairness, let me explain to you, because I've had this issue. When the football hits the car, it doesn't necessarily create the crack right away. It creates the ding. The ding starts to crack later. Like, is that how it worked for you, or no? Or it was cracked right away?
It was cracked right away. Like,
Yeah.
it didn't ding, and then it just went across the top.
In any event, you're suing for $1,000, and you're suing two people. One of the boys that was playing, that acknowledges today that while he was playing, a football hit your car. At a minimum, he acknowledges that. And who, according to his own statement, acknowledged back then that he hit the windshield. Okay. Why are you suing her?
I
That's what I'm
spoke
saying.
to Ms. Wilson on several occasions. I spoke to her there following Sunday. We talked all week, back and forth.
Because she's the
every
mother.
day. Yes.
So you feel that the mother is responsible for her child's...
Yes, ma'am.
I know most people feel that way
Yes.
because it feels
And-
right. But that's not the actual law. You know, if it was a small child, then the parent would be guilty of not supervising their child if the small child did something. He's a 14-year-old, he's allowed to play outside.
Right.
There was no negligent supervision on her part. She didn't hand him some dangerous weapon. So there's some very specific circumstances under which a parent is liable. This isn't one of them. The case against her is dismissed. Of course, you have a case against him. Now, your feeling is, all right, there were 3 kids playing out there. You know, you actually offered to pay for a third of it.
Yeah, because there was the 3 kids, and the other 2 parents the other parent that I spoke to that was speaking for the other 2 kids, his mouth was trashy. So I said, you know what, I'm not dealing with you. And I told her the same thing. I said, look, I'm not going to let y'all collide because it's not going to be nice. What I'm going to do is, the bill was $575. That was the first bill she told me.
Can I see the $575 bill?
I said, that's pretty steep, but you know what? When part of that is $191.66. When he start working in July, he will pay you. And he needs to learn responsibilities.
That's right.
So, and next thing you know, it was $1,000, and now
Okay.
we're here.
So is the defendant responsible if the 15-year-old throws a ball in it and it hits the car and breaks the windshield?
I don't think he should be or she should be held responsible.
Because
It's an accident. I mean, it's kids. First of all, it's kids.
it's just kids.
It's just
So
kids.
it's nothing malicious. What do you say?
Well, Pinky and I both agree that someone has to pay the damage for the vehicle, and it should be the parents if it's not the kids.
Okay, so 2 people and a dog agree going inside the courtroom.
So why would you be entitled to 3 days of car rental at $165 and $214.40 for time off from work? None of that has to happen when you replace a windshield.
Yeah.
You call the company, they come to your job, they come with this like robotic thing that takes your bad windshield out, puts your good windshield in, and it's not even that expensive. I mean, it's about this.
I actually, like I told Ms. Wilson, I called 4 different places, and the one that you said, like Safeguard, that comes to the
Yeah,
house.
that's it.
They couldn't do the window because it's a brand new car. So they said it was 3 different models of the window, and then that's when I went and had Chrysler do it.
Okay, how long did it take?
They had my car for 3 days.
I need you to prove that.
It's right there.
It's in here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do you have anything from Safeguard saying they couldn't do it?
No, it's just over the phone.
How are you going to prove up your time from work?
I didn't get paid. I didn't have no more days off.
What do you do for a living? Do you have pay stubs?
Not on me. No, I don't.
Okay. You're not entitled to time off from work because you haven't brought me any proof of that. You are entitled to, apparently, that is exactly how long it took for them to fix her car, which is crazy, but I can't imagine you would do it that way if you hadn't, in fact, explored the Safeguard option. Therefore, you're entitled to $730. I understand in your mind that, hey, there were 3 guys out there. Why would my son, I'll pay my, everything. You acted very morally like a good mother does. You really did. And I need to tell you that because I don't see it enough
Thank you.
in my
I'll
courtroom.
take it.
And I'm so happy to see it today.
Thank you.
Stop putting your mother through this by playing a football Okay, it's an accident. I'm kidding. It's an accident, okay? But you do have to take responsibility for accidents. When you're playing around there, it's the three of them acting in concert. It's what we call joint and several liability. That's what gives her the right to pursue one person. He, in theory, has a right now to turn around and sue the other two people who are playing ball if he says that, well, we're all playing, but, we don't know which of us hit or which ball hit or which throw, or we're all in unison, we're all doing the bad thing, we're all culpable. You guys pony up your 191. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But the victim in a case has a right to just choose which of them she wants to sue and have them pay the whole thing, and the onus, the burden is on that party to go ahead and try to sue the other people to contribute. All right, so based on that, I'm going to find a judgment in your favor against him for the $730. Work hard. Work hard. Good luck, folks.
Thank you.
Will the plaintiff able to prove her case and get almost all of what she sued for, and hopefully on your side a lesson learned? What's your feeling here? All right, let's talk to Teak. Teak, your sense of responsibility is what this is all about. What are your thoughts about what you've learned here?
Not to play with the ball no more.
No, just in the street.
Well, you're football. You like to play football, right? So you got to play with the ball.
Yes.
Officer McIntosh played tons of football. We all did. So anything else? How about just being more careful?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Are you going to work to earn this money and pay this back?
Yes.
Okay, good man. Okay. All right, head around the corner. See, he talked. All right, step on in here. All right, you ready? Satisfied?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. What was this like for you to go through there? I mean, this is it's an accident, right?
Yeah, it was
is it
an
a big
accident.
deal?
It was in the beginning, yes.
Was it a big deal?
Yeah,
How did
brand
it
new
become
car.
a big deal?
Because it was a brand new car, and I shouldn't have to go with issues like that. But I'm glad that it was solved.
Mm-hmm. All right, Harvey?
Okay, here's the way it works, Kurt. The defendants can now turn around and sue the other people playing ball for their equal share, so it's divided up, so the defendants don't bear the entire burden.